Who I believe to be the true birthers of choosing beggars, it's entitled parents. Our first one is from Pharmacian123. I'm having a really crappy day, so thought at least I'd give you all something to darkly laugh about. When I was born, my mom had a first name in mind that she really wanted. My father said, "Fine, but I get to choose the middle name." He ended up choosing an extremely exotic middle name that my mother was scratching her head where he even got the idea for in the first place, but she gave it to me as my middle name regardless. She found out years later during the divorce that that was the name of the woman he was fucking at the time of my birth. Fast forward 14 years, my father was once again married and my stepmother was pregnant with my half-sister. Stepmother chooses the first name, a beautiful name that she loves. My father once again asks to choose the middle name. When my mom found out what the middle name was, she just shook her head. Turns out my father wasn't cheating on my stepmother, but he gave her the middle name of his most serious ex between wives. To this day, as far as I know, neither my half-sister nor my now ex-stepmother know about this. Neither one of them has any relationship with him, so I'm not inclined to stir the pot and tell them. They're both good people, and I just don't see the point. As far as my middle name goes, my mother doesn't care. Of course, the first thing I asked her was, "Do you want me to get rid of it?" She said she couldn't care less. It is a beautiful and unique middle name. I still use it as part of my legal name. He doesn't know that I know about any of this, but it is very illustrative of the fact that he's a narcissistic asshole in my opinion. Like in his mind, he's probably thinking that what he's doing is like the best ideas in the world that nobody else has come up with them, but at the same time, it's like coming up with a unique name for your child should be special, not naming it after a lay. This next one is by Sunblister16. This story takes place about 7 years ago, so my memory around it is a little hazy. My aunt had called my mother to ask me, 15 male at the time, to ask me to help my cousin, 12 female, with her math homework. She was struggling in math at the time, while I was a year ahead. She put my cousin on the phone and she told me that she was having trouble with what it was, I don't remember, and I told her, "Oh, that's easy," in what I thought was a cheerful tone, knowing that I'd be able to explain the subject to her pretty easily. I helped her with her homework, not giving her any answers obviously, but guiding her through the process, and all went well during the call, until she didn't need any help anymore, and I gave the phone back to my mom. From there I received the story secondhand, so details aren't really clear, but according to my mom, my aunt called later to tell her that, by claiming the subject was easy, I had implied my cousin was stupid. My mom vehemently denied this, knowing that A, I would never call my cousin stupid, and B, that what I had said wasn't meant maliciously and that it was more intended as encouragement to my cousin. Nevertheless, my aunt didn't believe her, though she didn't explicitly say so. This, along with a few other instances, caused the deterioration of the relationship between my mom and her sister to the point where they stopped actively communicating except rarely on birthdays. Neither of them even sent a text to each other to wish them a Merry Christmas this last year, at least that I'm aware of. To let something so small affect a family relationship, I don't understand it. Sometimes people can be so petty and overly sensitive, and I'm feeling like that's what's happening in this case. At least you tried to help. This next one is by Psycho Senpai. I've been wanting to share a Karen story for a while. This happened a few days ago and is possibly the stupidest story here. A few days ago, my mom had to go to Walmart to pick up a prescription and grab a few groceries. She hates Walmart, so we always try to hurry. While she waited in line for the prescription, my brother and I went to look for the few groceries we need. We reach the grocery part of the store and start shopping when we finally go down to the drinks. We see that there are 2 gallons of apple juice left. I go grab them when a woman comes up. She sees me take them, but I turn around and ask if she was also coming to get apple juice. She says yes, so I offer her one of them and we can take the other. I don't know how or why she escalated this so fast, but she tells me to give her both of them because she wants them. I tell her again that I'll give her one of them, we will take the other. She isn't happy with this and starts demanding that I give her both again. I tell her flat out no. My brother isn't saying anything because he's not good with confrontation and just wanted to get the apple juice. I say, "Ma'am, do you want this one or not?"
Just give me both. How hard is that to understand? I want them both.
So, no?
Yes, just give me them.
As she starts to progress into a scene, my brother starts looking anxiously, but he chimes in. Look, we're trying to be nice.
I don't care. Just give them to me. You're wasting my time.
I eventually get tired of this, and out of spite, I put them both in our cart. I turn around and motion for my brother to follow. She starts yelling, but we just head to the front. It was seriously the stupidest thing ever. I love how the Karen acts so entitled. I mean, you offered to give her one of the two apple juices, but no, she had to have them both. I'm glad in the end, you ended up taking them both, so she got none. This next one is by Lone Goat. A little context, my mother, 64, is a narcissist, and I've, 36, been low contact since moving out 3 years ago. But my sister, 39, still lives with her along with my maternal grandmother, 87. Both mother and grandmother tested positive for COVID-19 last week, but my sister was negative and has been self-isolating in her room. Everyone is fully vaccinated with booster shot. Yesterday was the 16th birthday of a parental cousin. My aunt threw a dinner party in her large garden, an open space with tables spread apart, and my sister asked for a ride there. Since she asked nicely, I said, "Okay, I'll pick you up by 19-hour. Everything went according to plan. I've picked her up, we went to the dinner, then I dropped her home after and went home. Took a good long shower and put all the clothing I've used into the washing machine. So far so good. Until this morning. My mom called me pissed, asking,
What time did you came here yesterday?
I've said I didn't went up to her apartment since I have a flight coming up and can't risk contact with someone who tested positive. Angrily, she said,
Alright then, bye.
And thought she'd hung up, but I could still see her complain to her mother that I was a bad son, that she must have been a terrible mother, that her children hate her, yada yada. Her usual spiel of wronged mother. Like, I don't even understand why she's upset because you didn't go and visit them because you're trying to be responsible. Like, if anything, she should be happy that she raised you to be responsible instead of complaining. And our final one is from BPD Princess. So this happened a couple of days ago. I, 22 female, was at a function with my cousin brother, 6 male. After lunch, everyone is given ice cream at the venue. My brother and I decided to save it for later and eat it while sitting somewhere calm. The dining area was crowded. After 15 minutes of lunch, we decided to get our ice creams, which we had kept in the cooler of the green room of the bride, and sit nearby the stage to eat. I noticed this small girl, maybe around 4 or 5 years old, staring at us. I ignore, as all kids do is stare at random strangers. I personally don't like eating ice creams much, but sometimes I do enjoy good ones. This one was not too good, so my brother and I decided that I would give him mine after he finished eating his. That was when this girl approached me with her mom, who outright asked me to hand over my ice cream to her daughter. I first think I misheard her and asked her to repeat herself.
My daughter wants the ice cream in your hand. Give it to her.
Auntie, you can always go to the dining area and get one for your daughter.
I did check, and they are out of it.
Didn't your daughter get any? Thinking about giving it to her if she has not even gotten one.
No, she already ate hers and needs a second one. And you're an adult. You can give it to my daughter, right?
That was when my brother finishes his share and I hand him mine. Seeing this, her daughter lost it and started screaming and kicking, lying on the floor. This makes her mom go mad and shouts at me for making her kid cry and how it is now my responsibility to get her a new ice cream even if I had to pay for it. Someone has told my mom about the ruckus the lady in her Satan spawn was creating and came to me asking what happened. The lady complains to my mom how I teased her kid by not giving her the ice cream, instead gave it to my brother. Thankfully, my mom says, It was hers, and she's free to give it to anybody she wants to. If it bothers you so much, why didn't you give yours to your kid? Or how about you take your kid out to a store and buy her one to make her stop crying? I walk away smugly smiling behind my mom onto the stage with my brother enjoying his ice cream. Your mom had a very good point. If her daughter needed another ice cream, why didn't your aunt just give it to her? Why didn't she give up hers? Or is it just the fact that she can't tell her daughter no, so she has to give her everything? Alright, that's enough entitlement for the day. Well, that wraps up this episode of Entitled Parents. If you liked the video, please drop a like, share my content on all of your social media, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload, and drop a comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm and helps new people find my channel. Thanks for watching, thanks to my patrons, have a great day and stay safe out there.